Okay, YouTube, just want to make a quick video. Hopefully this can help a few people out. If you get the Sirius satellite antenna error, this is a 2014 Lincoln MKZ hybrid. Incredibly reliable car, by the way. To get the antenna off, you gotta pop this little switch here, let it hang down. This cover here pops off. There's two screws to remove. Take the handle off. This plastic trunk piece pops right off. And then using a tool such as this, one of these pullers, you've got a bunch of body clips to pull. Once you pull the body clips, take this piece off, and the antenna's right. The antenna just drops down from the top. The wire will be back here, and it's a pretty easy connection. Here's the model number of the antenna. Now it might not be the antenna, which was the case with my car. The antenna is a pretty easy fix. As you can see, it comes with a plastic spacer and these metal feet. When you remove the old one, you got to take the bolt out. To install the new antenna, it drops down from the top, and as you tighten the bolt, that plastic spacer, let me see if I can get this in focus, causes these feet to expand, which helps it to grab to the trunk. Torque it down enough to get a good and snug fit on this rubber gasket, but not too tight. You want to make it watertight. On the 2014 model, what you see here, this is a FACRA K connector. And on my particular car, it was not the antenna, it was actually the wire. And the problem you run into is the wire has been discontinued by Ford. So there's a wire. This is the old one. It runs all the way along the lid of your trunk. It runs down the hinge, and then it cuts across back here, runs along the body, and connects to the audio control module. It's all back here. To access the audio control module where the wire plugs in, this here piece just pulls up. First you have a screw on the bottom at your neck, another screw on the bottom. Remove those. This piece here will just pull right up. You have another clip here, and then you have some body clips along the side. Take the trunk liner out, and this piece will fold. It'll fold towards you. You don't have to remove the whole thing. And that will give you access to the audio control module, which is right back here. The factory instructions state that you have to remove your amplifier and the bracket to access it, but you don't. With a bright light, you can see where there'll be a male FACRA K connector, a yellow male connector coming out of the audio control module, and you can reach your hand back there and connect it. The issue is this wire is now discontinued, and that probably affects the 2013 all the way to at least the 2017 or 18 model. Our cars have a female K on each end, and there's no replacement. You can buy female to female FACRA K connectors on Amazon, but it will not have all of these body clips and there's many of them which you need to secure this wire. The trick is this part right here. If you want to take a look at this model number, this is from one of the newer Lincolns. It will not show that it fits your vehicle because the new wire is exactly the same, except it has a FACRA K connector on one end and a FACRA C on the other. You could modify this wire by removing the head and replacing it with a female FACRA K, which you can buy. I tried to do that, and it's quite difficult. It was a mistake. I got it to work, but I do not suggest you do it that way, because what you're dealing with is a very thin wire. This copper piece, that's your positive, and along the jacket, can't really see it, there's a silvery coating, that's your negative. It's very difficult to make one of these connectors when they're this small. The better option is picking up one of these. This is a FACRA Z connector. You can get these on Amazon. And what this is a universal connector. It's a FACRA Z, and it can connect to a FACRA K or a FACRA C, and maybe some others. If you look at the tip of it, it has multiple slots. It allows it to connect into this blue connector. And the other end will connect into your audio control module, the male FACRA K. So basically you're using this as an adapter. One end goes into your audio control module, the other end will plug in here just like so, and you will not have to splice any wires by using a short FACRA Z female to female to modify this. There's a lot of movement in this hinge, and I think that's why this wire failed. It's a pretty rigid wire, but over time the bending in the hinge caused it to break. Hope this helps a few people. Again, the new model, this is I believe 2019 and above. This has not been discontinued yet. This is the wiring harness you need, and you will need a female to female FACRA Z universal connector to modify your new Lincoln wire into the older vehicles.